It's a cold, wet Friday here at City Hall. And I want to give you a heads up on some of the things that are happening, as well as share some information about things that are coming forward. I wasn't with you last Friday, and I just wanted to again repeat the fact that, as was reported, the City of Niagara Falls has joined in a sister city relationship with the municipality of Beit Miri in Lebanon. We had a great meeting with the mayor and deputy mayor of that municipality. We look forward to future engagements with one another, whether they be on economic development, education, tourism. We look forward to developing as many international relationships as we can. Niagara Falls is an international city, and so we really welcome the opportunity to engage with communities across the world in these types of relationships. Closer to home, as we know, this weekend we'll all be adjusting our clocks for fall. So please remember to make that adjustment over the weekend so that you're not late or early for any appointments you may have in the week to come. So don't forget, adjust your clocks this weekend. Another exciting thing that's happening back at our ice pavilion, something that hasn't been going on there in quite some time. The new interim operator is announcing this Saturday, Skate the Falls. The first event will be this Saturday from 7 until 9. He's calling it the Fall Back Skate. That's their title, to celebrate daylight savings time. Also wear your Bills gear or your favorite sports team. So out at the Hyde Park Ice Pavilion, it's a public skating opportunity between 7 p.m. And 9 p.m. on November 1st. We'll then have a Veterans Day skate, the operator on November 11th from noon until 2 p.m., obviously for veterans and active military. Also, if you come on out, wear red, white, and blue to honor our heroes while you're out enjoying a free skate. November 29th, also, there'll be the post-turkey skate-off from 7 until 9 p.m. Bring in a canned good for a local food pantry. Enter your name in a raffle for a chance to win a $50 Chick-fil-A gift card. So a couple of things for the community, family fun, activities at the Ice Pavilion. We haven't had this opportunity in at least a decade. So we appreciate the interim operators' offerings of these activities. You know, I said free, but there's a general admission charge of $5. So let me make sure that's clear. For each one of these, general admission charge of $5. November 1st, fallback skate, 7 to 9. November 11th, noon to 2, Veterans Day skate. And November 29th, 7 until 9, post-turkey skate off. So please get on down to the Ice Pavilion and enjoy that. It is fall, and so leaf pickup will be starting. It'll start the week of November 9th. They will work from the north end, and then the following week from the LaSalle area, and work their way toward the center. The list, the guide for city leaf pickup has been put out on our text alert system. Again, let me give you that number. If you're not on the city's text alert system, please consider joining. You'll text the word resident to 716-325-5723. 716-325-5723. Text the word resident to that number. It isn't a back and forth kind of text engagement. As a matter of fact, we don't track any information. It's just about getting information to you. Things like, Skate the Falls, as well as our guide for our city leaf pickup. So again, just to let you know, in the north end, it'll be the week of November 9th. in the LaSalle area the week of November 16th. Center City will be the week of November 23rd. Then back out to another portion of LaSalle on November 30th that week. And then in the south end, the week of December 7th. So I know I rattled through those quite quickly, but if you're on the text alert system, we'll also have it posted to our website. You'll be able to find that very easily. We have experimented, and it's funny, we experimented with putting in some speed bumps on Lewiston Road near Maple Avenue School. Why did we do that, right? There were people on all sides of the argument, as there usually are. We had city police officers. We started with an electronic sign telling you what your speed was going through a school zone. That didn't seem to slow people down. We placed police personnel there to write tickets. They were writing incredible tickets, numbers of tickets for people who sped through that school zone. And that wasn't slowing people down. So we opted to give this a test trial. We'll be having a conversation with the school district about whether or not they would like to have these speed bumps installed during the school year. Obviously, the only portions of the year when it wouldn't be out there is the time when the plows start, starting from November until perhaps March. But from April until June and from September until end of October, if they are interested, and we'll have that conversation with them. The reason for it, really, is if people would just simply obey the speed limit rules. I know that you're driving along and you decide you want to obey the speed limit rules. And there's somebody behind you who's a little anxious, and they decide they're going to blow the horn, or they're going to flick their lights, or they're going to speed past you. All you can do is control your own vehicle. And if you consider the fact that you're driving through a school zone, and I understand some may say, well, but it's 5:30, what difference does it make? If you talk to a parent of a school child from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade, they'll tell you that there are things that are going on at those schools sometime after the school bell for classes ends. And so there are many times when there are students still in those buildings after the school day ends. So you still may have students who are coming out, either they're walking home, because some of them do live close to the schools, or they're being picked up. Some people have suggested that instead of doing this, the schools should create pick-up and drop-off spaces. Well, I think in many ways the district does have those situations. Now, do all parents comply with the pick-up and drop-off places? I can't say that that's what happens. But I can tell you that the only thing that we're looking to do is try and keep the school zone safe. The number one way to do that is for drivers of vehicles to obey the speed limit signs. It's not an inconvenience. It's a safety precaution. School zone speed limits have been around for so long, just like flashing red lights on school buses, such that we had to impose now cameras and stop signs coming off the school buses because people still weren't getting it. And today, here it is today, the end of October 2025, we're still getting tickets issued for people passing stopped school buses with their lights flashing. So I don't know what it's going to take. Unfortunately, none of us want to hear or see or read about any more tragedies on the roads. It's just, and we're the ones that can stop it, right? We're the ones, the way we operate, we can make it better. So we need to do better. Try to concentrate on that. Winter's coming. And this rain right now, these kinds of days, those roads could be slick. Take your time. Make sure you're going to get to the place you want to get to safely, even if you're a few minutes late. But more importantly, make sure that you don't find yourself in an accident that could have serious consequences to it. So just slow down on the roads. Let's all drive more safely and take matters of safe roads into our own hands, okay? This coming week, November 4th, Tuesday, is Election Day. Now, it's a very important service that residents, citizens have. They have the right to vote on the type of government that they want. And as I've said, the public gets the government that it deserves. In large measure, that's really a function of us getting out and voting. Now, it's interesting. There's an awful lot of noise out there. You know, I've got one incumbent Republican council member who is touting all of the successes of our administration and how that incumbent candidate wants to continue to be a part of it. And yet, we also have the New York State Senate Republican Committee trying to create division and acrimony. I guess that's kind of the season that we're in, right? But I know that people have seen many changes, whether it's development finally happening on Main Street or whether it's challenging 30-year do-nothing landholders, or whether it is providing new street lighting, park improvements, improvements to public safety and public works equipment, all of those things at no taxpayer expense. Those are, I think, achievements that our administration, I'm proud of the people who are here, the folks who help us make sure that we maintain the type of reserve fund that the state controller's office requires, which leads us to improve bond ratings, which improves our standing as developers take a look at us as a place where they can come and do business. So when you get out there to vote this Tuesday, the people who are talking about unity in government, the people who are talking about wanting to talk to one another and cooperate, think about the fact that right now we have acrimony going on in Washington to the point where it's going to hurt people. And both sides see that. Both the Democrats and the Republicans see that. They just can't get themselves to want to talk to one another. If you, like I, are reading about this often, you read that some of them now are coming together. Some of them realize that fighting just for the sake of fighting never makes sense. And that's what you have here. You have some people, particularly people with absolutely no government experience, talking about we're going to be watchdogs and fight, not rubber stamps. Nobody's looking for any of that. People are looking for government that communicates, government that finds a way to get things done for the benefit of the city, for the benefit of the taxpayers. Not the kind of shenanigans that goes on in those council meetings. Much is being made about a number of things that, quite frankly, I'm proud that at least one online journalist saw these things as just non-stories. But unfortunately, print media, our print media, continues to do its best to drive the city that it is writing about into the ground. And that is remarkable, because if you want to increase your readership, if you want to do that, wouldn't you want your community to grow? So let's do the opposite. Let's do things that contract the city, because we're going to talk about all the things that we could talk about. Niagara Falls is really no different than any other urban center. And yet, here, our print media concentrates on making sure that they continue to write about those things. There's a conspiracy around every corner. There's some nefarious purpose behind every decision. It's really a scary place to be, and it's unfortunate. But I know that the residents here are better than that. I know that you understand the need to have government that works together to work best for you. And at least the members of our administration will continue to do that. We'll continue to just simply move ahead with the things that we have proposed, knowing that the end result will be an improvement for the city of Niagara Falls. So please make sure that when you go out to vote this Tuesday, you're looking at those candidates that really want to communicate with among all of us, that want to work together, and not just look for to be obstinate and an obstructionist. So I appreciate those who will go out to vote in doing what it is your civic duty to bring good government to the city of Niagara Falls. So let me remind you, if you're not on the text alert program, please sign up. Text the word resident to 716-325-5723. There you will find the leaf pickup schedule. You will also find information on Skate the Falls at the Hyde Park Ice Pavilion, along with a number of other things that will come up as they happen in the city. So please get yourself on to that text alert system. It is the most efficient way for City Hall to communicate with you directly. No filter, nothing. It's just us providing information to you. So that number again, 716-325-5723. Text the word resident to that number, and you'll get all the information as we get it here. Water board information, school district information, information of activities and happenings within City Hall. So until I get to talk to you again next week, stay warm this weekend, stay dry, and I look forward to talking to you again next week.